570 Sports. I'm here with Lakeland sensation and Lakeland superstar basketball player, Colby White. Colby, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. First off, before we start, let me give a shout out to Jeff D'Angelo and the nice setup that he's got down here for us. And we really appreciate him for always helping us out and, just being there for the athletes. So, Colby, what's been going on?
Not much. We got shut down last week with everything going on, so we've just been doing individual workouts, but it stinks not being on the court.
Right. I mean, with everything going on, no gyms not being open and stuff like that. Are you outside practicing? How are you able to go through that?
So when it first started, we were outside. We were practicing at local gyms, and then we started playing inside at a borough building. But now we're not even allowed to meet up, so everything's individual.
Oh man, so it's tough.
It's
tough, right? So I watched hours and hours upon hours and footage on your game. I need to know who your trainer is.
I don't really have a trainer. I just started playing travel ball this summer with Keystone Karma, so that was kind of where my game got picked up. But
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, watching the footage, that floater that you have.
Yeah.
You see that with some of the younger players that Phil coaches.
Yeah.
Like Maya and Ashlyn and all those girls, they all have that same floater. Is that something that he taught you?
Yeah, he worked on that a lot with us because that was a big part of our game. We were a smaller team for the most part, so he wanted that, but he was very helpful.
Right, I would say that's a key part of your game.
Yeah.
Because you see it a lot on film, and I also noticed that you have a killer 3-point shot. I think you made about 29 last year.
Yeah, that was something I worked so hard with. My freshman year, I couldn't shoot outside. I was just a driver, and that was something I worked so hard on in the off season to get that shot down, and I'm happy with it now. So
right, and something else that I noticed from watching the film, you actually look bigger on the film than you actually look now. You're actually not that tall.
I'm not that tall. I tell people, or when I play basketball, that I'm 5'8", but I'm really only 5'6".
Right, but you're grabbing rebounds with the tall trees.
Yeah.
You're playing a pretty good game. How good do you think Lakeland could be this year?
I think we could be really good. We didn't lose anybody this year. So we've been playing together for the past 3 years, and each of us, we play so well together that I think we're going to have a good season.
Right. There's only now. I'm looking at the schedule and looking at the opponents you face. I think there's only one roadblock in the road.
Yeah.
And I think that would be probably Riverside.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys can possibly get over the hump and snatch one off of Riverside?
I think I definitely think it's possible. We just have to play as a team. When we play as a team, and our biggest game is driving and dishing. When we get that and when we knock down shots, we're good, but they're definitely going to be our hardest competition, but I hope we can. We should be okay.
What makes Riverside so tough?
I think definitely Kylie, she's an excellent basketball player. But the rest of them, they're just tall girls, and we struggle with that. We don't have a lot of height.
Right.
So defending that is hard, but they're also just good 3-point shooters. They're really well disciplined, so they're a tough team.
So when you're going up against Riverside, who would guard her? Would that be you? Would that be somebody else?
Usually it would probably be Skylar or Addie. Skylar's pretty lengthy, and Addie jumps pretty high, so it'd probably be one of those two. But yeah, definitely one of them.
Why is it tough to guard her?
She's a good player. She knows the game. She's tall, but she can handle the ball. She can shoot threes. She could do it all. So you don't know what she's gonna do.
Right.
So I think that's probably why she's.
Well, that's why she's a Division I basketball player, because she can pretty much do everything.
Yeah.
So you're going to Lycoming, right?
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
Honestly, I wasn't sure at first if I wanted to play in college, if I was good enough, that type of thing. So I didn't do that much to look into it. And honestly, there was a couple schools that just reached out to me, and Lycoming was one of them last year. And I went and visited, and I've been talking to the coaches, and I absolutely love it there. So
Right.
it was an easy choice. But
Right. So I know Phil like what help assist with different schools.
Mm-hmm.
Has he helped you in that
yeah, I mean, it stinks because I like went to him really late. Like this was my first year there, so he kind of like missed a lot of that with me.
Right.
But he helped me in any way he could. So.
Right. So looking at your schedule, what opponent would you, besides Riverside, what opponent would you say presents a tough obstacle for you guys to get past?
I mean, I know we're still playing Dunmore this season. Like they're not with us for districts, I don't think.
Right.
But definitely Dunmore. That's another team where we struggle against, but
Right.
they're good. So
I'm pretty sure you're probably happy they're gone.
Yeah, oh God, yeah, definitely. But like it's good playing against teams that are better than you. It's just sometimes it is hard to keep up with them, but they're
Right.
good. So.
Right. So I always ask a tough question. This is my tough question for you.
Okay.
If there was one player in the league that you could take off any team and put them on Lakeland, who would it be?
Oh my gosh, Mariah Murray, definitely. I'd be like, come on, let's go.
You got something, right?
Yeah. Because she's another Kylie Lavelle. She's just a great basketball player, and I love her. So.
And they're going to school together.
Yeah. Imagine that.
You think they planned that out or what?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Right.
That's kind of neat, though.
Have you had the opportunity to play with those players or at all? I mean, play with them?
No, I've never played with them.
No. Well, those are some pretty good basketball players.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's not too much you can say that is bad about their game.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I don't
they're
know anything
good.
that can name, you know. So what about your, like, what do you want to accomplish this year? If we have a year, hopefully we have a year.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
I like want to make it to districts. Like my 3 years, like my first year, we didn't even make it to districts. In the past 2 years, we've played like one game and we were just out. So I want to make a run for the district. This is my last year. Like I want to be able to leave a mark. So
Right.
definitely that.
Right. How about I mean, we don't know if there's going to be an arena. It doesn't seem like it's going to be an arena, but is the goal to get to the arena?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you played in the arena before?
Nope.
Oh my God!
Nope.
This is your senior year.
Yeah.
We got to get
Never
there.
been in the arena.
We have got to get there, right?
I know.
Well, how about the girls on your team? Do you feel like you guys feel like you guys have enough to get there?
Definitely. I think the confidence in these girls over the past couple years has gotten so much better. I think their game has gotten better, and we've just gotten better as like a whole like unit. So.
Right. And what about the coaching? Jeff Caveston, am I get it right?
Yeah, Cavison.
Okay, Jeff Caveston. How well is he as a coach?
Coach Jeff, he's tough. Like he definitely pushes us a lot. And like him and Coach Vitz, like they definitely even each other out, but they do push us a lot, and they expect that from us. So they do get upset when we don't do that. So because they know how good we could play. So.
Right. So a question that a Lakeland fan told me to ask you.
Okay.
Is, who is the best Lakeland athlete right now?
Right now?
Right now. That's what they said. Right now.
I could probably guess who asked you this question.
I gotta ask what the fans asked me.
Like any sport?
Yep, any sport.
Well, I'd definitely say CJ. Did he tell you to ask that question? That'd be something he'd ask you.
It wasn't CJ.
Probably CJ. Like he's just committed to play to Maryland, and he's a really good athlete. So.
Right. How hard is he working?
Hard. Like I have him on Snapchat, and I see every day he's in the gym. He's always doing something, so
Right.
he definitely deserves it.
He's a big kid.
Oh yeah.
He's bigger than me. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, he's
what up?
tall.
Yeah,
He's
I
tall.
mean that explains why he's going
Yeah.
to where he's going. How about when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing in 3rd grade.
3rd grade?
Yeah, I started playing through like the leagues in elementary. So.
And what made you decide that you want to play basketball?
My grandpa like taught me everything I knew about basketball, and he was so big in sports, and I just kind of wanted to follow after him and do that, and I loved it, so it was easy.
Right. Do you have any like rituals that you have to do before the game? Do you have to put on a certain sneakers? Are you wearing shorts under your shorts? Like, what are you doing before you get ready for the game?
So I don't really have any rituals, but the only thing that I do is I will never braid my hair. My coach used to tell me that my braids, if one was too tight, my shot would be off. So I will never braid my hair. That's the only thing I won't do.
I seen the other day Kyrie Irving. Did you happen to see what he was doing?
No.
He was burning like spiritual stuff
Really?
throughout the gym. I'm
Oh,
like,
gosh.
whoa, this is weird. Like,
Yeah,
that's
no.
what I mean. That he said he's gonna do that before every single game.
No, I don't have anything cool like that.
Nah. What about So I see, like, you're not just a scorer. Like, you can also pass the ball too. You have like 130 something assists last year. What is it about passing that makes that? I mean, being such a good scorer, what is it about passing that helps you?
It definitely, like, when teams are like pressuring me, it gives my teammates a lot of open looks. So I do, like, I always try to like look up the court and get them the ball because I know they can score too. So they definitely make it easy on me when they can finish shots, and I have no problem giving the ball. So
Right. How about is there anyone younger that's coming up? Maybe a JV girl that's going to be coming to varsity, or a freshman that people should be looking out for? Like, is there anyone up and coming that you're like, she's going to be good?
there's a freshman. Her name is Alexia. She's a post, and we really don't have any girls that would be a post, and she works her butt off. And if she continues at that rate, like, she's going to be successful down there. So
Right.
definitely.
Hey, that sounds good to me. And let me see. Is there anything else I'm forgetting that I need to? Oh, how about? I mean, I know your grades are pretty good. Obviously, you're getting into school. But how well have your grades been throughout high school? Like, what would you say your like an average is?
Probably like 95. I usually make high honor roll, so I always keep my grades up. The coaches are honest about that, so.
Right. Well, I assume you take school very seriously.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It comes easy, so it's not too bad.
Right. Well, I want to thank you for coming on 570 Sports. I really appreciate it very much. I hope you guys have a successful season.
Me too. Thank you.
And I'll let the Riverside girls know that you're coming for them.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
You too.